You all hear owners talk about the bottom line.
It's a brand.
You're 100% right, Eric. You're 100% right.
Just like the American flag, it's a brand.
It is a brand.
We're representing, America as a whole. Granted, this country needs change. It's obvious. It's 100% obvious. It's been that way for a very, very long time. There was stuff in America's past that we're probably not particularly proud of, but you have to move past that, and the only way to do that is, honestly, in unison and together. That's all I'm going to leave off with.
Dominic, I know you've been quiet. You don't have to talk about the anthem if you don't want to, but I want to give you the opportunity to say whatever you want.
Well, I mean, pretty much with me is, it's kind of a hard situation, and personally, I don't really like talking politics, so I'm probably
then don't talk about whatever you want.
I'm not going to really share my opinion on it, to be honest.
Okay.
But, I mean, I will admit I don't like the distraction from football, but, I can't say, I'm not going to say if I disagree with them or agree with them, but I will admit that the distraction from football is a little annoying in sports in general, but at the same time, it's happening, so, there's nothing I don't think we could do about it.
Eric, you just wiped tears away.
No, it's too much, honestly. I just rather get back to, obviously...
To talking about football, to talking about sports.
No, honestly, it's just a huge nuisance.
It is. You're 100% right.
I don't need... Because I was listening to... I don't remember who they were playing, but it was the Raiders on either Sunday... I think it was Monday night, probably against the Redskins or something. And they were giving a play-by-play of how many Raiders were sitting on the bench.
It's such a distraction.
I don't want to hear that. I'd rather hear, and we're underway, and, stuff like that. It's just ridiculous.
It's a distraction.
I'm sorry, but it's just too much.
Once again, number to call if you have something on your mind is 516-572-7440. It can be about the anthem. It can be about anything in sports. Honestly, I think we're all done talking about it. It's been 18 minutes. You want to get to some real sports news?
Please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, can we
There is nothing that screams sports more than New York notables. The notables for the Jets are Demario Davis, Terrence Brooks, and Darryl Roberts. Dominic, you had to be doing backflips on Sunday.
What a game from the New York Jets.
Wasn't it amazing?
Unbelievable. The defense finally came up and proved that the threat that they can be. So that was just unbelievable right there. And unfortunately, of course, the one week I go to my friend's house, and he has Red Zone, so we're all watching Red Zone, watching throughout the different games. Of course, the one game I decide to do that, the Jets are playing well. But at the same time, definitely a good game for them. But I have to admit, if they lose the rest of the games, I'm not crying.
An argument you can make is how bad are the Miami Dolphins now?
Oh, Dolphins played like garbage.
Oh, man. But at the same time, definitely the biggest guy on here was Terrence Brooks. He won Defensive Player of the Week.
Where did he come from?
Well,
Which trade was that?
It was Philadelphia with Dexter McDougal.
It was the McDougal.
Straight up.
It was McDougal. Was it? Oh, it was Dexter McDougal who was kneeling, not for the anthem, for, I don't know if I could say it on air, for... relieving himself on the sidelines, I guess is the nicest way to say it.
Oh, he got released from Philly?
No, he didn't get, oh God, I don't know if I could say.
Because it was in Philadelphia.
You know,
he did that.
You know how you use the restroom and you either do
one or the other?
Yeah, he did the one.
Yeah.
He didn't do the one where you squat.
As in number one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did number one on the sideline. Yeah,
he did on the sideline.
Did he get released for it?
I don't think he got released.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that happened once with a Chargers kicker.
Nick Novak.
Yeah, okay.
Former Jet.
Yeah. But I'm excited about the safeties because you can't forget that Rontez Miles is coming back too from his injury.
Yeah,
so
I like Rontez Miles.
So do I. He's underrated.
Sean, I actually want to ask you. You just walked in the studio. Can you say
number one,
like that word that means to relieve yourself in the bathroom, but it begins with a U?
No,
you can't. Really?
I don't know.
I don't know why you're laughing. This is a serious question.
I don't know why on a sports show we would be talking about such things. Can we get back to talking about how the Mets suck, please?
It has a plausible premise.
It actually makes sense.
I swear it has something to do with sports. I swear. You know what? We'll talk about it off air. I'm sorry.
The Mets still suck, though.
Sean, whoa, you can say that. Awesome.
It definitely has a plausible premise, though.
I swear it does. I swear on my life it does. Notables for the Giants are Janoris Jenkins. Nice job, Eric. He almost fell off his chair.
I was just looking at an update, actually, but it's basketball, so we'll get to that later.
No, what is it?
No, it's
Is it big news, or is it just something?
Yes.
What is it?
My God, it is big news.
Russell Westbrook agrees to 5-year, $205 million extension with the Thunder.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Holy guacamole!
Mellow.
That's what happens when you put a good team around Russell Westbrook. He'll stay. It's the same thing with John Tavares. He'll stay if you put a good team around him.
Jordan Everly, the answer.
7
Let's
days
go.
a week until hockey, but we'll
7
get into
days a
that
week.
also.
You know, it was funny. I was playing NHL 18 the other day, and
You got that too?
Yeah.
I have it also.
isn't it fun?
It is fun. It's the best game. You never get boring.
They did a really good job
fast.
this year.
Wow.
I didn't think they did a great job with 2K. I didn't.
What, NBA?
Yeah.
You have it?
I do have it, yeah.
I don't have it yet.
I heard a lot of bad
I'm
reviews
eventually
about
gonna
that.
get it though. It's probably it's the same thing probably.
I just wasn't crazy about it. I just wasn't. I didn't like
2K
the gameplay.
never really does too well at improving their games.
I didn't like the gameplay. This whole show is going off the rails. I wanted to talk about the Giants, but just really fast to talk about the Islanders in NHL 18. I traded Michael DeCall,
Oh, God.
Josh Bailey,
Okay.
Shane Prince, Linus Soderstrom, and my first-round pick this year for Matt Duchene and Connor Timmins. But this is the kicker. I got John Tavares to re-sign because of that.
Ooh.
Would you make that trade?
Oh,
Let
my
me ask
God.
you guys a question. Would you make that trade if you got John Tavares to re-sign?
I think the biggest key is the reason why maybe I wouldn't is because of Soderstrom.
You like Soderstrom, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, now, he was a nothing to me. Colorado wanted
It
him.
depends with the goal. I don't know. Actually, I mean, the
That
call
exact
I don't
trade?
mind. The call on the mind because he's playing another year in the AHL probably right now, and there's honestly no reason to keep him at this point. You're bringing up Barzal before you bring in Dalcall.
He was my favorite. He was my favorite prospect. This guy was a number 5
I know, it's
overall
upsetting
pick.
to you 'cause I know you're such a big
because
fan.
he was a number 5 overall pick. He had this huge potential, and I had a feeling that he was going to play on the first line with Tavares. You know, assuming he's still here, of course. But he hasn't showed me anything.
No.
It's
He hasn't.
it's honestly like Hackenberg.
He still has time.
No, please don't do that. Don't compare it.
No, I'm saying Michael DeCall still has time.
No, I know, but I'm saying
Hackenberg doesn't.
I'm saying for Eric that he compared him to Hackenberg.
I see what you're saying.
No, because he had such high hopes for him, and then he's not showing anything.
And before we quickly get into the Giants, I just want to say the Jets are the first win for New York, so
the
let's
Jets
not forget about
got the
that.
first
They
win.
got that
And the
first
Giants are
Duncan.
threatening to go 0-4.
They got that first Duncan discount for all you Duncan lovers out there.
They're going to go 0-4. I'm picking the Buccaneers in that game.
I would not be
We're
surprised.
not there
too.
yet. We're not there yet.
Do you want to talk about the notables, Jenkins, Calvin Munson, and Eli Manning?
I will touch on it really quick. First off, I'm surprised that Sterling Shepard was not on there. And honestly,
I just wanted to put Eli in there because there are a bunch of Giant fans hopping on Eli. I don't understand why.
What are they
like
hopping on Eli for?
They're saying, "Oh, he's horrible. He's past his prime. They got to bench him."
God. Stop it. Who's going to save the season? Geno Smith?
Chris Russo actually said that the Giants should sign Colin Kaepernick. I love Mad Dog, but he's got to get his head screwed on straight.
Okay.
Come on, doggy.
From a football standpoint, I understand the concept, but no. It's too much of a back page, honestly.
You're 100% right.
Honestly. But I just want to say that considering with Janoris Jenkins coming off an injury, he played better. It's very good to see. Calvin Munson honestly came out of nowhere for me. He's making tackles. He's making plays. And it's really, really great to see Eli on there because, to me, he's starting to turn it around.
Dominic, you want to jump in? You're raising your hand. You don't need to raise your hand, Dominic.
I know. This is a joke. But, all right, so I brought this up a couple weeks ago, and, I really... I understand, Jacob, you said it was a valid point, but I really feel like it's really starting to kick in now, where the Giants, I really am starting to feel like they need to move on from Eli. And I understand this won't be the year, and I understand you can't give them all the fault because the offensive line is really not that good.
Yeah,
Eric Flowers looks worse than Wayne Hunter. Does Eric Flowers... Wait, Dominic, you remember Wayne Hunter, right? Mm-hmm. Doesn't he look worse?
That is a bad word. We don't say Eric Flowers on the show ever again. honestly,
you
can't.
I feel like he's so old.
I'm just saying, like,
Flowers.
you can't.
I'm trying to make a joke. Like
I know.
Eric,
I heard.
he has the same name as you.
You can't have a good pushing because the Giants on paper are a great team. They are probably top 5 in the league on paper. Honestly. Right?
But the offensive line, though, still...
No, but that's the thing.
They have a lot of really good weapons. They should be doing a lot better than they're doing.
I agree, but
I wouldn't say top 5. I would say top 10. I would say top 10.
Fine.
Also, not to
Probably being biased.
not to give myself a little boost
don't
right
apologize.
now, but out of the 3 wide receivers, who would you say the worst is right now?
All 3 of them.
Yeah, you deserve that, Dominic.
Thank you.
All 3 of them are being terrible.
Come on, Brandon Marshall. Come on.
I
You
agree.
were on it.
I agree, but like you can't have a good or even great team without a good offensive line.
Oh, yeah, of course. And
There have been so many teams in NFL history with great offensive lines that made bad quarterbacks look great, and there are plenty of NFL teams with lousy offensive lines that made great teams look horrible.
That's why I think Giants fans are knocking on Eli so much. It's like, oh, he's getting older, like he's terrible. He never had a great offensive line other than David Deal, Kareem McKenzie, Sean O'Hara. That was it. Like, that was the best offensive line that, well, I'm just naming 3 people.
It was a good offensive line.
It was a good offensive line, but that offensive line helped protect Eli in Super Bowl 42.
You're right. Jerry Reese did a horrible job of addressing the offensive line. If you want to blame the season on anyone, blame it on Jerry Reese for drafting Evan Engram over an offensive tackle.
There was a guy on the Fan, someone called in and said, if the Giants miss the playoffs and it's a matter of the offensive line, is Jerry Reese gone? And to me, in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, he had a shot. And he said no, because the defense for the Giants in 2015, describe it in one word.
The defense for the Giants last year?
In 2015.
Oh, in 2015?
2 years ago?
2 years ago?
Terrible.
Eric, I don't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. You're asking me to remember.
It was
bad.
awful.
Yeah.
It was awful.
And then after
the season,
you got
Olivier
James.
Oh,
Vernon.
yeah. That was the year before you guys got
Right.
Jenkins, Harrison,
Right.
and Vern.
Yep.
You're welcome for Damon Harrison, by the way.
Yes, thank you.
Don't get me.
It still ticks me off.
And he said,
I was able to meet him too.
And he said, if Jerry Reese can bolster that defense more than anything and put it top 5 in the league, which it was last year towards the end of the year, why can't he do that for the offensive line? And my argument was he had his chance through the draft, through free agent signings. He had this year too.
Well, what free agent did you want this year, though? Andrew Whitworth?
Yes.
You'd have wanted to give a 35 or 37-year-old that type of money, though?
Yeah, the Rams
Offensive
gave him
linemen
a
last
lot
a
of
long
money.
time, Jacob.
Yeah, but to 40, though, for $12 million a year?
Honestly, though, you really think offensive linemen are going to start lasting long with the whole CTE situation coming around?
Not anymore.
And I know we briefed on that last week, but they're constantly banging their heads with defensive linemen. I mean, you're going to see it. They're going to be shorter and shorter their careers. I can tell you right now.
I get it.
Well,
but
did you see the hit last night?
Oh my God!
Let's get to Thursday night really
Yeah, let's
fast.
do it. Oh my wait! Oh
The
my,
hit!
that he better get
Holy
suspended and. Oh my God! You don't even need to fine him because nowadays, Goodell, they're finally realizing that findings mean nothing to NFL players because that's easy money for
Because
them.
the
Here,
teams front them.
take the money.
The teams front them.
Yeah, and
it's literally pocket change for these players.
The teams front them.
there
That's
was
what
no
people
reason
miss.
for Danny Trevathan to hit Devonta Adams that way. He was already getting tackled. He was going down. That was just getting your aggression out about your team not doing well, and you're just really mad.
I was still watching the game at that time.
So was I.
And
I watched the whole game.
And, wow, good for you. I didn't. I turned it off in the fourth quarter.
I couldn't even watch a game. I was working. No one put it on.
I turned it. It's worth looking at the clip. I retweeted it. So if you want to look at the clip really fast, at Real Jacob Valk.
Is there sound? Can I look at it now?
Yeah, Dominick Arbolino at Darbs5258, Eric Fischetti at Sergeant Fish here on Beyond the Game on the Voice of Nassau Community College 90.3 WHPC. Number to call if you have something on your mind is 516-572-7440.
Oh my God!
There's
You just
his
saw it.
reaction. Right to the crown of the helmet. And Jordy Nelson, right away, when he got up, he just waved
Oh, wait, better angle.
He just waved
Oh
the
my God,
medical
how is he not
people over.
paralyzed?
That's what I said.
Doesn't that remind you, though, of Joe Theismann with Lawrence Taylor waving the trainers over like,
Yeah.
hey, get your butts over here?
And you
Again,
just saw
different time
Devontae
period, but
Adams.
Damn, jeez.
You just
You're
saw
right.
Devontae Adams laying there on the ground, and
I thought he was paralyzed.
Yeah, that was the scariest thing.
I swear to God, I said to my mom and my dad, Devontae Adams is doing his best Dennis Byrd impression. And we all know what happened with Dennis Byrd. He ended up getting paralyzed. I swear, I thought he was going to get paralyzed.
And
seeing him with the thumbs up, though, that was a great
I was just going to mention that. Luckily,
Dennis
they got
Byrd did
that
the same
footage.
thing.
But
Yeah.
and Tony Romo went off on Danny Trevathan, and
Romo is good.
oh my God, Romo is so good.
Chris Russo got on him, too. Doggy, you know I love you, but come on.
Romo is doing really well up there. But in
Romo's
terms of
amazing.
that game, oh man, do the Bears need some help?
I just watched it again.
Why would you give Mike Lennon that type of money? It's just the same thing with the Houston Texans and Brock Osweiler.
On the
Almost the
bright
same
side.
deal. Less money than Osweiler, but come on. I mean, Bears fans should be happy they drafted Trubisky. But here's the thing.
Yeah, but Trubisky's going to bust, too. I don't like him.
Yeah, especially only playing 13 games in college, and then also the biggest thing
He'll
with
be
him,
the
though,
second coming of T.J. Yates.
is that they're going to rush him because by week 6 or week 7, Bears fans are going to be even more angry with the way Glenn has been playing if he's still playing, so they're going to want to get Trubisky the ball.
You know what should terrify you as a Bears fan, and we've had to deal with this as Jet fans? The fact that the Bears don't trust Mitchell Trubisky and the fact that they gave up so much to get him. Granted,